how do you take in the oils?
So there are three ways by which you can use oils: topically, aromatically, and there are some oils that you can digest. But I don't know about other brands because I've only really used Young Living. At least I've researched and done my part in learning about Young Living oils. So Young Living oils, there are some oils you can ingest. Not sure about other brands. Ours is called the Vitality line. So they're recognized by the FDA as dietary oils, etc., etc. For topically, you basically that's basically just applying your oil on your skin. Some people like to mix it with a carrier oil, which are basically oils like sunflower oil, coconut oil, avocado oil, and you use that carrier oil to basically slow down the rate of absorption into your skin. Sometimes our skin is a lot thinner than others. Like for usually kids who are very young, for kids in general and for the elderly, their skin is so fine, so the oils get absorbed so much faster. And that's why it's best to use a carrier oil. For the rest of us, though, who basically have like regular thick skin, I guess, like that's normal. Um, you can apply the oils already straight, but it's best to do a patch test first, like here on your wrist, to check if you have a reaction. Because the oils are also full of antioxidants because they're so pure. It's just basically plants, like highly potent plants. Because they're so potent, sometimes you might get a reaction to them. So you're not as used to it. And the antioxidants in those essential oils will basically lift out the toxins that have been stuck in your body for years from eating junk food, from stress, from exposure to free radicals, and just like all these things. Yeah. And then the aromatically is basically you can put the oils here in your hands and then you can smell them, or you can use a diffuser, which is the easiest way to actually use the oils.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of people lately using diffusers, and it's those small little things with with air coming out of them.
Yeah, they're actually it's super. I can't live without my diffuser. Like I attended my brother's wedding just last on Jan 8th, and we were staying in this place in Tagaytay, and I had to bring my diffuser. Like the first thing I packed up was my diffuser because I can't go anywhere without it. Um, and my nose is really sensitive. I'm really sensitive to dust, so it's so important wherever I go that I actually have my diffuser because I use it to purify the room, to remove the dust, and to just make it an actual breathable space for the meantime.
So since you're working out, especially with
Yes.
me in my class every morning, well, not every morning,
Yes.
every Monday, Wednesday, Friday
Yes.
morning, how do these oils help you?
Such a good question. So, with everything that Coach Pierre makes us do, just last Saturday we had to do 500 squats.
Sorry.
500 squats. Don't apologize. It was a good challenge. I ended up getting sore, right? Like muscle pain. So I have an oil for that. There's actually an oil for everything, but I have an oil specifically for post workout. It's called Panaway. Sometimes I add also peppermint in there, and it kind of works like Bengay and like Omega. Those basically the menthol things you use to relieve muscle pain, to relieve muscle tightness. So I apply that, and I even use this one called Deep Relief. It's in a roller bottle. Just rub it on the sore areas, and then in a couple minutes, I'm okay. Then if I do that for like 2 days, then the muscle pain is pretty much gone. And then also, if I'm having a hard time breathing in the workout because it's so intense, like when we're doing burpees, I'll grab my peppermint and my RC and I'll apply it on my chest because the eucalyptus and basically the minty oils in there are really good for opening up your airways so you can take deeper breaths.
And would you also recommend these oils to other athletes or aspiring athletes or fitness enthusiasts?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love using my oils for basically everything I do when I work out. Like every day. Because if I'm not working out with you, I'm dancing. BTS dance. I highly recommend them to athletes because it's a safer alternative. The problem with the mass produced menthol brands is there are other things in there that makes you kind of question, like, why can't you understand the ingredient used in it? Like, can you even pronounce it? Like, if you can't pronounce it and you can't understand it and you're putting that on your body, you have to really stop and ask yourself, if you're working out to be healthier, to prioritize your wellness, then why aren't you concerned about the other ingredients and stuff you're putting into your body? Yeah, they may be like minimal, but in the long term, in the long run, when you're much older and less, I don't know, less able to recover from whatever it is you have, those will really get you. And that's basically how it works with all these ingredients out there. So that's why I like to use my oils, because it's just a safer alternative. If I'm using peppermint to help me breathe, it's just peppermint. It's just a plant. If I'm using my RC, that's just a blend of different plants. And I know what's going into my body. So I'm secured that I will reach like my optimum level of wellness and health. Yeah. So highly recommend them to athletes.
Cool. So do you use these oils regularly, or sometimes when you don't really need to use them, you still use them? Or how much do you need to use them, or how frequent?
Such a good question. Um, that kind of depends on you and what your priority or your goal is with the specific oil. So if I'm working out and I don't feel sore, I won't really grab my oil because like I don't feel like I need to. But if I feel like I'm sore, then I'll grab my oil and I'll use them. But every single day, it's always a mental and emotional battle for me. Not to be dramatic about it, but I mean, day in and day out, we don't feel happy or good 100% of the time. If we did, then we'd probably not be human. Are we be superhuman? And so that's what I use my oils mostly for. Like when I'm having trouble concentrating on the work I have to do today, or if I can't make a decision because my brain is just fogged up with I don't even know what from I don't know what I ate. Sometimes that can have an effect in you. Too much sugar can give you brain fog. Um, that's where I use my oils. I'll use it to help clear out the fog, and then I'll use it to help me keep motivated, especially as someone who's earning her own money. Like I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a freelancer. I don't work for anyone but myself. And so the monthly paycheck that I get, that's my own discarded. Like I make that money. If I wanted to earn 1 million in a month, I just have to work to earn 1 million in a month. It's great, but it's also very challenging. So you can imagine the pressure sometimes. So it can feel really daunting, and that's where I grab my oil. Actually, I have it here. This is my one of my favorite oils. This is called Believe, and I love using this oil because it really helps me to basically believe in myself. There's something about it. It's made with balsam fir, coriander, bergamot, which is a citrus plant, Boswellia, frankincense, Idaho blue spruce, which is the oil with the highest frequency, by the way. So if you're trying to get happy, Idaho blue spruce is your best friend. Ilang ilang and geranium. See, I know everything in here, and that's great. And I'm putting it in me, and I don't have to worry about it. So if Disneyland had a smell, if you like Disney, this is what I feel it would smell like.
Believe.
Dreams. Yeah, it's a great oil.
Wow. So you use it with your what do you call this? Your mini
Yes,
diffuser. What do you call that?
my essential oil pipe.
Pipe. Yeah.
Actually, I left it
Yeah.
outside,
What brand
but
is that?
it's called Fume.
Fume.
So Fume is a company in Canada that was started by athletes, actually two boys who were already using essential oils, and they were cracking open a bottle of peppermint to open up their airways before they did their sets and whatever. And they realized that they kind of look like druggies, opening bottles and like sniffing it in a corner. So they're like, okay, there's got to be like a better way to do this. And so they created those essential oil pipes, which are great because they're not only chemical free, but there's no smoke, no vape, and it's made out of sustainable wood from Canada. And that's what I love about it. And like I think for every pipe you feed like six every pipe you get you feed like six children in one of their charities that they're partnered with. So I love that brand in general. And oh yeah, so that's basically what it is. It's an essential oil inhaler. I could grab it and show you.
A few moments later.
Okay. Anyway, so this is basically it. This is a fume. It comes in this case made out of recycled paper, and this is what it looks like. It's an essential oil inhaler. I use this when I work out. Sometimes coach catches me inhaling it because this is how I inhale my peppermint when I'm dying in the workout and I just need to breathe better. So all you do is come to this cotton core. You just take that out, drop an oil in there, and then put it in and just inhale. Yeah.